how are you possibly saying that we're late? We literally started with like 2 seconds to spare. What I was doing was I was texting Bon Jovial to find out whether or not we had a new intro for the new season for 2024. And apparently it's my fault because, now that I have a drone, I was supposed to do like this whole thing with Radio Gunk with the drone on the beach, and he did not like my footage. So,
Well, that's not your fault.
so I said, "Are we having a new intro?" He said, "No, no drone footage supplied." So, therefore, no, we do not.
I'll drink to that.
However, hi, welcome to Monday, January 8th, the first show of the new season for 2024.
Yes.
We are
Hopefully,
thrilled
wish it was the last.
with you. However, you need to know that we're probably only going to be an hour because the Michigan game is on, and
Oh, it is?
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people really want to be watching that, and so we want you to be able to watch that. So we'll be quick about the show. I don't know where Xavier is. I don't know where John is, but show must go on. And yeah, Fuji Vice. I don't know why you listen to our show, and I'll try really hard not to phlegm into the microphone tonight for you. So there's that. But just know that that's what happens to me. I'm in this state.
Frank the Tank. I think that this could be accurate. Arm is still wrapping up his Christmas Eve episode.
Yeah, did that wind up happening? I was going to go on to the deepening and donate like a bunch of money just to, give back since he's done so much for us. And I did not notice that there was a show. I did happen to notice, talking about people who listen to the show or who are in our chat, David, the violinist, is actually starting a YouTube channel soon. So hopefully he'll be here at some point in the near future to let us know about the exciting things that he's going to be doing. However, that said, let's talk about Howard. Let's talk about COVID. Let's not talk about COVID. But let's talk about Howard. So you had to know that surely he was going to get it. And conspiracy on yes, Mac Hine. Yes, I do. I have COVID-19. Yes, I do. So the big conspiracy today was I was kind of figuring that they were still in New York, Dennis.
No, they're not.
Well, but he kept saying to her, "Come downstairs." I don't know where he's broadcasting
from in that house.
House, because we've never seen the interior of that house.
It has 2 stories. This Florida house is a 2-story house.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, yes.
Remember that the staircase in there? It's a 2-story house. No, because the one thing is that the playroom for the cats, there's only certain cats that are down here in Florida, and
bunnies.
The playroom and the bunnies, and the playroom is different than the New York one, and all the New York videos have no sound, and usually if it is doing it, there's that shrill talking to the animals.
Sphincter puckering. Ooh,
yes, what would you just break? My God.
It's my dog walking flashlight for later on.
Just get night vision goggles. Just do that instead.
Okay, so what we found out today. So today, Howard lets us know that he has COVID, but COVID for Howard is Howard COVID, which means it's worse than anybody else. It's more fruitful.
As I put on a thread, if Howard got a hangnail, it would be an amputation.
If Howard got a cold on his ass, he would take the entire cheek off. Like that.
Oh no! If he would call that a tumor, and he would go for radiation treatment.
He'd go for biopsies. He'd go for radiation. He'd go for chemo. Yes.
They had nice colds. The both of them had colds.
You know what? Okay, so I know Dennis.
And they can be bad. You can lose your voice, and you
Dennis
can get all sick.
are diametrically opposed on the COVID theory of life, and I've had it twice, and I believe that it's a real virus. I don't know that Dennis does, but
I believe it's a virus. It's the flu, but you can call it whatever you want. It's the flu.
Well, but I think that a lot of people, especially in New York, and I want to just get this on the table right now so that we can continue the show without talking about it.
Could I just interrupt one thing though? The thing is, it is a allegedly respiratory disease. Respiratory disease. Neither
I
one of them
think
were
it takes
coughing.
many
Neither one had a cough. That
I
is a respiratory disease. The first thing you get is a cough.
I think it takes many forms, and I think that I
Cough.
know so many people in New York when it was, like, ground zero for this shit show, that got it really, really bad, and I think that now it is a flu, yes, absolutely.
But he
All you
can
guys
have it.
know I've had it twice, and Dennis knows this very well, Dennis and I just met for lunch last week this week, where are we? Last week,
No, it was
and
this week. We met. No, wait.
Monday. It's Monday already, silly.
It's Monday? Jesus. Oh, that's right. That was Friday. That was a long day. I'm sorry. I got home at like 3 a.m. Friday, no,
Yeah,
Saturday
what
morning.
happened to you? I can't believe you actually were able to physically eat something
Yeah.
after
Oh, it was
the game
delicious too.
last night.
It was mezzaluna, one with lamb and one with spinach, and then lentil soup. It was
Mhm.
very, very delicious. And then
Anyways,
I went out for cigars and drinking,
oh my god, are you kidding
and
me?
yeah, and
So
I got home.
I had the Mopar King, test drive my car to see what was going on with it, and he was able to diagnose the problem I was having with my little car down here. And yeah, we had a great meal, and you should all know that I delivered the puppet to him.
Yes.
And we will reveal that on Wednesday because today we're going to talk about Howard and COVID and Howard and how he is basically manipulating us to believe that he is so sick and so dire and so awful that he couldn't come into work last week and that he had to stop the show at 9:45 today because he just and all of a sudden magically he started
Oh, he blew his nose for effect. It was pretty good. So the funny thing is that they had a promo last Friday. Was it Friday? Friday or Saturday for him coming back today. There was no promo last week for him coming back. If his show was going to be coming back, there would have been a promo. This
Marianne
was a planned
said,
vacation.
"Can't wait to see Howard tomorrow," but there was no promo. Right, there was 0 promo. And by the
Yeah,
way,
no promo.
can we just discuss for a really, really hot moment how horrible the new Sirius XM satellite radio app is? It's
Yeah,
horrible. Dennis, I did my
bad.
usual I will wake up in the morning. I will do my morning ablutions. I will read the thread that you guys start, and then I will back up and then start fast forwarding through the show judiciously. And there's no fast forward anymore. Like there's no way to fast forward the show
You
unless
had
you
to listen in real time?
no, I don't wanna listen in real time. I don't wanna listen in real time. I wanna know that JD is coming on and that I can fast forward for 30 minutes. I wanna know they're gonna talk about football and fast forward for 15 minutes, and I can't do that anymore, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
So it's not totally curated for your taste?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't listened to Sirius since he left for holiday, and today was my first day back on it, and I noticed that the app had updated itself without my knowledge or consent. And now it's just shit. It's just a shit show.
Mhm. It's
So okay, so let's talk about Howard having COVID. Let's talk about how he started the show. I don't know where Arm is, and I do not know where. Oh, there's Bond though. Let's see what Bond has to say for him. Let's see what Bond has to say for himself.
how's
Bond.
tomorrow?
Oh,
Oh,
look,
he's gone. I was
Bond.
gonna ask how
Oh,
tomorrow's gonna be for me.
he doesn't want to come on with us. But know that Bond is now aware of the puppet, and I told him, Dennis, so
Mm.
that he could prepare for the debut on Wednesday. I think it is. So yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's go. Let's start the show. Let's see what Howard has to say, and then we'll take it from here. Here we go.
See if we can get through this show. Good morning, everybody. I have been, you might not realize it, but we were supposed to be on the air last week.
No, we didn't
were
realize
not
it.
here.
Liar. Utter an absolute liar. Liar.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Second lie. My God, he's on fire.
It's not fair. I know your hero wasn't supposed to get it.
Hero.
Holy shit, did I get it? Now,
So
here's
bad.
the crazy thing.
So awful.
What's crazy about it?
Number one, I still have it. Number two,
What is that moonshine jug you're pouring into a glass right
This
now?
is my Knob Creek, because listening to the show, this is the size bottle I
You
need.
should have like a corncob pipe and like
That would be next.
there.
Actually, I have real moonshine. If you really, I'll whip the real moonshine out.
You know, you keep threatening this. Dennis.
I will. I'll bring it out Wednesday.
Something he made or something he cooked or whatever, and I'm like, dude, how do you not bring me like any goodies? Like you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I only recommended a really nice restaurant.
Yeah, sorry. All right, here we go.
Still testing positive, or you?
Oh, here's where Robin basically busts him, which I thought was amazing. Oh, okay. Let me do a visual display with this so that we can appreciate it. Hold on. Okay, this is what it looked like when I started recording this particular clip. Okay. Here we go. Hang on.
Are you still testing positive, or you just
Yes.
have symptoms?
I'm positive. I'm positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
30
mean, have
seconds
you
in.
still tested positive?
Yes.
That you've not ever had a negative test?
Serious?
That's right.
Oh boy, that's amazing.
That's amazing. Even Robin calls him out on his bullshit, right? So
He's so
as I
full-
started the
he's so
show,
full of it.
it said this: Howard had COVID at 7:02.
And then it
Oh,
changes to has.
Howard has COVID. Such a full of shit guy. Such a full of shit guy. And okay, so some people on our thread said, well, my son had it, and he had it for like 10 days and blah blah blah. But I don't believe him. I don't believe him at all. I don't believe him at all. I think it was just an excuse to not come in last week, and I do not believe that he is still testing positive for COVID. So yeah, so he had a flu. I don't even think he had a flu. I
He
think
had a cold, and he just wanted to be a baby.
And
He
so-
yeah.
he kept kind of bullshitting about how he then gave it to Beth, but Xavier had a good point today. He's like, yeah, but Beth's the one who,
Actually
flew
sees
out
people.
to like have a thing for whatever the hell she does for that stupid kitten bowl or whatever. She was around people. She was around a bunch of people, and she gives out cats all the friggin' time. So how is it that he's the one who doesn't see anybody, is the one who got COVID and passed it to Beth, versus Beth passed it to her?
The thing is, though, all throughout the show when Beef was on, he was just gaslighting her. I mean,
Oh,
literally
God.
hard.
Right.
It's almost like psychological warfare what he does to it. It was bad. I mean, it got to the point where it's just like I actually almost felt bad for it. I mean, I almost did, because he's just there blowing her head up with that basically she's like Typhoid Mary and she's gonna drop dead because she's gonna do something and die. I'm like,
You know what?
Jesus.
He can do it because he knows that she's
I
not
know.
going to leave him. She's not going anywhere. She's not
Wow.
going anywhere.
It's
So
sick.
it's okay. It's okay to gaslight her the way he does.
Oh my God. I
It's
almost felt
so
bad for a second.
No, you didn't. I
I didn't say I did.
So I started out the day with 27 clips because I kept constantly recording, and then I realized it was all the same shit. It was all the same repetitive thing about how he has COVID. Woe is me. Totally Beth's fault. Right. So here's his advice from Dr. Agus, because this is the reason he wasn't going to come on today.
Oh, yeah.
But Dr. Agus said you need to come on, and you need to talk about it. Hello there. What is that?
Oh my God, that's the greatest thing ever.
The greatest. Is that him with
Out with a hookah.
Confusion never stops. Closing
Yes.
walls and ticking clocks.
Well, so you just happened to get us while we're about to do the second clip, which is Dr. Agus's advice for Howard for why he should be on air as opposed to just sitting home lamenting his sickness. Here we go.
I really want you to take charge of the residual symptoms, not have them take charge of you.
What the fuck does that mean?
So I wrote, what the hell does that mean?
It's like fortune cookie crap. Right?
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
is fortune cookie
I
crap.
think what he meant was like, okay, you could let this drag on or just go back to work, and I think it'll distract you and it'll be a good thing.
Yeah, bullshit.
Did Doctor
Hey, wait,
did
hang on,
Doctor
coach,
Anus
guys, please no updates on the game, please,
did
Yeah,
Doctor
no,
Anus
please, come
no,
on, don't be dicks, come on,
no
please.
updates on the game. We're gonna try and get through this in an hour so that everybody can get back to the game. But
Exactly.
please,
Thank you.
a lot of
Thank you,
people are
thank you.
TiVoing it so that we can go back to it later. So yeah,
Thank you.
So did Dr. Plagiarist read that in somebody else's book? I mean, I'm just wondering.
Howard must have called him 1,000 times.
Oh, I know. He calls an oncologist for sniffles. Of course, because that makes sense.
Oncologist. Think about that.
Oncologist that killed
Oncologist.
that's killed a couple of people, but hey, leave it at that.
Xavier, you missed the funny thing that I showed before, just so you know. So when the show started, can you see what's going on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so it said Howard had COVID. That's how it started the show.
Oopies.
And then 1 second later, it changed to Howard has COVID because he told Robin that he's still testing positive for COVID. And
Okay,
so,
sure.
Yeah.
What a trooper.
Exactly. All right, so let's move on a little bit. And so then Gary apparently wrote to him and said, "Gee, boss, I'm sorry that you're feeling so horrible. And, I hope everything is okay." So here's Gary growing a spine real quickly.
No, it made me feel like a failure.
I've been with you for 40 years, and I think this is like the third time you're taking a day off for illness. I hope it's not too much, and I hope you feel better soon. All the best.
Yeah, that sent me into a real negative place.
He's such a dick. Like, why would hope you feel better send you into a real negative place?
I think it was the third time you've missed a show for sickness is what sent him into the negative place.
So here's what Gary said in return
About you.
But it wouldn't have if Jimmy Kimmel sent it. It would have been fine.
No, what? Jimmy wouldn't write that.
If Jimmy said, "Hope you feel okay and everything is okay," it would have been okay. There's no shot that Gary grows the spine.
Wait, is there any chance that Gary doesn't know at this point that anything that comes out of his mouth will be torn to shreds? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the words are. It's just who he is. And guess what? That's why he gets a paycheck.
Yes, to be that guy, to be that laugh.
Yeah, he's a laughing stock. Like in the old days, it's called a laughing stock.
So then he decides to call Beth. So Xavier, we were just talking about the fact that we did realize, in fact, that he is in Florida. Although he did say like a lot of weird things about.
Wait. So you like literally twisted my nuts with a vice over this earlier today, and now you're just nonchalantly. Oh, he is in Florida after all.
Because hold on, my
the beefest stupid Graham gives him away.
Yeah, well, what's new?
No.
Exactly.
It was the Stern Show. It was the Stern Show login where I saw the 3 stupid guitars and not the same floor that made us realize.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so they actually had video from today?
Yes. I posted it. I
didn't see that because how deadly did he look?
I'm gonna pull it up.
He kind of looks like that anyway now.
Anyway, so how do we know if he's sick?
Yeah, you guys are
he's
totally
an emasculated 70-year-old man. How's else he's gonna look?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I am gonna pull it up. What was up with this explosion in that hotel today?
There was an explosion.
Oh, a huge one in Fort Worth.
That chili. That chili will give you gas.
That Tex-Mex is some powerful stuff.
It's in Fort Worth. It's actually not that far from that petroleum club I was telling you about.
Oops.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Oh, whoopies.
I'm gonna pull up Howard from today. Hang on a second. Here we go.
Wow.
Bunch of high-profile comedians reportedly.
Oh, hello! Look at that hair. Sitting
wow.
way back on the.
So he put the cap on wrong today.
It's like, when you put it in a dryer, you gotta hit that fluff button.
Turn down the black. Finally, everyone's getting smart. Those shows are fucking.
Oh yeah, Florida.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is Florida.
It's Florida.
Look at that hairline though. Look, wow, it's all lumpy too. It literally looks like you put it on in the dark.
Does he not know that we know the difference?
Standing
and
him.
he makes no attempt to
I didn't
fix
even
it?
understand. Someone said that he was mean about
How
Taylor
weird.
Swift.
At least Blobbin tries.
She does.
She does. She puts the wig on right.
She does.
Yeah, her wig has a little label in the back. That's why it's easier for her.
Look at what's going on here. Look at the demarcation here. What the hell is going on?
He looks like one of the henchmen for Lord Humongous in Road Warrior.
Ah,
So yeah,
Jesus.
so that's oh, it's going.
Wow, look at that. That's fleshy.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that.
And still no talk about him getting
Ladies,
divorced,
he's
right?
single.
That ship has sailed. The JD divorced. Goop.
Never mentioned. Never
Mentioned.
They talked
Still.
about
That's so weird.
things that
You're
were
right. It does look like a shower cap. Thank you.
Yeah, it
Thank you.
does. Right. It's so weird. It's so weird. All right. So then Beth comes downstairs because he needs to double down on the fact that he has COVID and he needs somebody to back him up on his whole thing. So the Beth argument begins. And by the way, you guys all know that when we do the Beth arguments, there is a very, very good chance.
Oh, 100%. That
100%
this,
at this point.
has already been reported to Sirius.
You know what?
From
We should
Sirius
just
to,
go balls to the wall at this point. It doesn't matter anymore.
Basically, it's house money.
Exactly.
We're playing with house money now.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. The Beth argument.
Pay attention, boys and girls.
Go.
We're coming down.
Oh,
Hi, sweetheart. I was calling you. So I was telling Robin.
By the way,
Yeah.
I didn't test you on the 30th. I tested you on the 31st.
Oh.
And you were very sick on the 30th. So you had it from the 30th.
So if he had it from the 30th and he's swearing to us that he hasn't seen anybody except for his mother, his driver, and his assistant, I'm going to go with what Xavier said. And I mentioned this before you came on, that Beth probably caught it when she was doing her stupid kitten bowl thing. And she gave it to him, not the other way around.
As Mo, no, I once caught like the Legionnaires' disease or something.
Holy Jesus.
He did.
It was what was it? Norovirus.
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 I caught norovirus because some camera assistant decided he's going to be a trooper and show up to work. And
Jesus
man, that
Christ.
sucked.
You usually catch it on cruise ships.
Bro.
That's what I said to him. I Googled it. I was like, oh, you catch it on cruise ships.
Most for sure thought I was going to die.
Wait, so you got norovirus the shittiest way humanly possible. Like from a cameraman.
Yeah, from a 6'3" dude that sneezed on my face.
Not even for something fun.
Not even fun.
Exactly. Yeah, I wasn't on a cruise ship with Kathy Lee Gifford or anything like that.
Now, here we go. Beth argument. Here we go.
On the 30th. Oh, and the test that we just took was a faulty test.
The test that we just took was a faulty test. So he's saying that he's still testing positive after 10 days of having COVID, but it's like a faulty test. And they have like one of those ones where you actually, it's like an actual machine that they put like, that's fucking ridiculous.
He never started blinking, so.
But yesterday I was positive.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, I was telling Robin and my audience.
Wait, where's my seat?
See, listen to her. But she has a very mild case.
No, I got a very mild case.
When I was on the phone to my daughter and I said, Beth had a very severe case of COVID.
I did not have a severe case of COVID.
Honey, you did.
When?
Why are you mad?
Gaslighting.
One day you think I had, you know what? You saw me. I was upset because I dropped Pebbles in the jar and it shattered.
Yeah.
Okay. And I couldn't give her injection.
So do cats normally get injections of B12, Dennis?
They can if they have
rich parents.
I mean, if they
they can take any shot if the owner's rich enough.
Yeah, well, no, but my wife does it on certain pets. If they're not, I think it's for energy. Yeah, I think it's with B12 source for energy because it's like they're not processed, they're not eating well or whatever. The way it treats it's Munchausen by Kitty with it very badly. Yeah.
So she was saying that she was crying because she dropped the B12 injection that she was about to give the cat. I have had to give.
That's so twisted.
I don't know anything about that, so I'm just interested in that. But she was crying. She was crying. Dropped the B12. I know people always bitch about us about how we interact with our audience here, but David, I wanted to let everybody know that you're starting a YouTube channel. And I'm very excited for you. So please let everybody know that, what you're going to be doing. And by all means, if you would like to promote it on radiogunk.com, we'd be happy to have you.
Yes.
And of course, it's the same. Whiskers prefers cocaine to B12, of course. Yes.
So, I don't think he'll get the same type of same type of reactions when he posts on his as I do with mine, where I all of a sudden it goes into this big weird man cave kind of thing.
Oh my God, it's so weird. So weird.
So let's go back to the task at hand. So she
the
cried.
task at hand, yes.
She cried. Can you imagine if she was a father of 3 and the mortgage was like 3 months late?
No.
Like some
No.
real type of like
Not that
stress
deep. Let me
that
finish.
people really experience.
Let me finish the clip. Only 14 seconds left. Here we go. Hang on. I'm going to clip back just a snurch so that we can hear it all.
And it shattered.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
couldn't give her injection. And I was on the ground. I couldn't swallow.
You still can't swallow.
Yes, I can. I was eating
But
my
why do you
breakfast.
want people to believe you didn't have serious
People,
COVID?
this was between you and me. I didn't know
What?
you were going to talk about this.
Yeah.
Momar knows it swallows. So you know that was
¿Dónde
extra.
Scorpio las? Ahí te la miro por la Highline Way.
So then Beth continues on because, he brought her downstairs so that he could basically rip her a new asshole about her.
Duh. I mean, Ray's already like halfway into the crematorium at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's Beth talking about his fever. Here we go.
All I'm saying is,
Okay.
I
Your
love you.
definition of severe is
How would you say my symptoms were of COVID?
you had a case of COVID. I don't think they were severe. I think you were
You don't think
No, you were a very bad person.
I had a fever? I had sore
You know
throat.
what? I never saw you have a fever. When
I took my
I
temperature.
took your temperature twice and it was normal.
Yeah, because I was on Tylenol. But when I went off the Tylenol, I had a fever.
This is
Are you
amazing.
kidding me? So this is the man who said that if he ever got COVID, he would immediately go on Paxlovid, right? He said that.
Yes.
He said
Yes,
that
he did. He said that multiple times. Yes,
Her
yes.
mother did the 2 times that she's had it,
Mhm.
and that he would do this, but he didn't mention that at
He was-
all. He wants to relish in the COVID thing. He wants to be sick. He wants to not be
Oh,
able.
absolutely.
This,
But he was
I
so
told-
deadly sick, he took Tylenol, which is what you give like
This
children.
is going to make the cum hat seem like a flash in the pan for the rest of the year. Like, no joke. This is going to be, this is your 24. If you guys want to bail now, there's no plot twist in November.
This is
still
it,
gonna be
man.
going on.
This is the show.
This
Yeah.
is
This is the show. This is
2024.
it.
Yeah.
This wait, and best of all, this went on for 57 minutes.
Yeah.
57 minutes this went on. And don't think anything better happened afterwards.
Oh, nothing
It's just
better.
this is one on 57
I
minutes.
fast forwarded through everything else that happened. Nothing else happened.
You heard nothing else then.
So here's
Yeah.
Beth talking about how Howard is a horrible sick person. And we all know this. He's a
We all know that.
hypochondriac. He's a psycho. By the way, I got Dennis that cup and that t-shirt, and they are green. So they are reading off the green screen.
Oh, that's funny.
I need a blue screen, baby.
I just need to get a blue screen. So
I need a blue screen. Gotta upgrade.
yeah,
Way
exactly.
to think that through, Mo.
Yeah.
Well, it's my color. I like
That's the color.
green.
It looks good on you, especially when it's transparent.
Look, you can see right through my you can see my head through the
so bizarre. It's so freakish. All right, so here's Howard being a bad sick person.
I don't think you had a bad case at all
Why do you think that?
because you're a really bad sick person.
Was I? By the way, let me say something. You say that about me.
Yeah,
Did I emerge from my bedroom? I sat in the bedroom.
I'm just saying.
Was I
when
a
you said
model
when
patient?
you have a
Was I-
cold,
did
you
I
go,
complain?
"Oh, I've never. I'm gonna."
Did I do that?
No,
You know
but
why?
But
Because
I know
I was
you.
afraid to go to you and get any comfort
Oh,
because you would make fun of me if I was.
You're a
complaining.
bad sick person.
And you're a person who's sick.
Oh, her
and-
voice.
Wow.
Everything about this is cringe. Everything is cringe.
Cringe, but he knew this would happen. He knew bringing her on air was going to make for
Calculated.
radio that he needed to have for today.
And then the best part of all, we said when I came out of my bedroom, not ours,
Ooh,
my
well,
bedroom.
It is.
You know what Mr. Jason just said? My bedroom.
My bedroom.
I mean, if you put all her wealth together, you can get a shoebox.
Everybody caught that. Everybody caught that.
My
All right, let's
bedroom.
move on. You know what? I named this clip I hate them because because I didn't even know what to name this because the stupidity of the two morons on air is it's astounding.
Still not as bad as how when I went on a complete rant this morning because I was getting tired of him going, MFer. If I saw him on fire, I still wouldn't piss on him to put him out. So that
You were on fire this morning. You were definitely on
I
fire.
was so angry at him. I couldn't.
I don't know why I wrote I hate them, but that's what I named the clip. So let's hear it.
Oh, you definitely don't love them.
Follow.
Okay. Right now it's day 6 for me.
Yeah.
I would be back to work, whatever.
Back to work.
Ooh, that's the funniest thing said on the Stern Show in years.
Back to work.
Back to work.
What does it need to do? Go do a bricklaying job? I mean,
Back to work. Today was a back to work day.
Just got to go tar those roofs.
it needs to put the second
there
story
a
truss
bigger-
on. I mean,
Asshole in the world than those two.
No.
They're so detached from like normal people. It's just like it's mind-boggling.
Let's continue. Please hold.
Oh, I'm asymptomatic. Let's
yeah.
have a party.
She's
I was like,
really-
oh, asymptomatic. Asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic,
Let's
yeah.
have a party. Day 1, I remember I was like, oh, asymptomatic.
Asymptomatic.
Let's have a party. I have COVID. Now we're behind us.
Yeah.
Day 2, I say, sore throat. It was day 3.
Your voice is very sexy with your COVID, with your severe COVID. Anyway, she gets upset.
no.
3 is when I was.
Beth had a bad case.
I did not have a bad case.
She did, and I'm going to stick by that.
You're insane. We have so isolated. You don't even know what bad cases mean.
By the way, how did I?
You just never have seen me sick before and on the ground crying over B12.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
The same person that every time she leaves, she gets dizzy.
Yes.
So she's saying that he's never seen her compromise.
Firefish. How do you think I feel? I can't listen to this now. Imagine trying to listen to this when you first wake up in the morning.
So, okay, again, another 40-second clip. I don't even know what this is. 2 weeks in, the package story. I got nothing. I think this is Beth telling us all that he got it on the 30th or that he was showing symptoms on the 30th. But 30th, 31st, 1, 2, 3. So he had 5 days. And all you, dear listeners, know that I came on when I had my COVID and I was sick and whatever. And we did 2, 3, 4 hours of show. I don't understand why he couldn't come on last week, but
He wasn't scheduled to come on last week. It was
again, you
it
keep
was
saying this, but the excuse that they're giving is because he had COVID, right?
Yeah,
So
but
that's how we
that's
had
just-
COVID.
remember, he also missed that day of work because of the contract dispute, and he said he was sick. Remember when they had the whole contract dispute about over the commercials where he wouldn't read them anymore, and then all of a sudden he took a day off
Yes,
because he was sick. Well, he wasn't sick. He does this crap all the time. He makes excuses why he's not there to make people feel bad for him. It's being a victim. He's the king of victims.
Absolutely.
Firefish said Americans are getting docked for missing work for being sick, and he's making $1,200 a minute complaining about it. Yes,
He is. Yeah. He
and
doubled down.
last week, just in case you were wondering. All right, 2 weeks in, the package story. So she's trying to kind of I don't know, rectify his timeline for how long he's been sick, and then they start talking about their dreaded Amazon packages, and this just goes down a rabbit hole that you can't really get out of.
I don't
You're
feel.
2 weeks in.
Am I 2 weeks? I'm not 2 weeks. I'm a
No,
week.
The 30th. What's today?
All right, who cares? Anyway,
Yeah, he doesn't want that because he doesn't want to admit that it's been like over 2 weeks and he's still
Exactly.
He's still crying that he's sick. Yeah, great. Okay.
All right, he goes.
exhausted already.
Ugh.
It's enough show.
First of all, Robin,
done
we
enough
get
show.
packages. And
Yeah.
my packages and Howard's packages are in a pile. And 99.99% of the packages are for me, right?
Yeah.
So I sit there with my scissors and I open the boxes and I
Well,
just
back
open,
up. You're in the middle of the story.
Okay. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he's trying to tell a story about how sweet and wonderful he is as a husband for giving her a Valentine's Day gift. And I don't even know how to go through this.
How to describe it without cringing?
story.
That's awesome.
As trying to insult comic book roasted Conan for being serious, calling it the abandoned mall of show business. And Sunlight Radio, the wave of the past. Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
Where was that, David? And I would like to play
Triumph the insult comic dog.
Roasted Conan for being unserious. Okay, I need to know where that was, David, so I can play it for everybody because this is quite delicious.
That is
Obviously it's on
beautiful.
his podcast.
Listen, by the way, Conan made a shit ton of money going over to Sirius, so I don't blame him for doing that. I mean, he was already.
The big talent always makes money because that's like the pyramid scheme. You know, it's like keep paying out money that you don't have because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just go bankrupt when you need to, or have Liberty Media just buy you or sell you.
Screw the investors, screw the stockholders, and just who cares?
Yeah. Screw them all.
Conan got $125 million for.
You got to be kidding me. That's right. I mean, that boggles my mind.
Yeah.
For what?
No, it was in the over 100 million. I know that.
Because
but it's still.
And it's just for stuff he already owned.
Because he can. All right. So Beth, before Howard gets into his story about his Amazon packages, says, I think of thoughtful gifts because I know that Howard wants to take up guitar again. So here's his guitar story.
Oh, my God.
I know. I can't even stand it.
Tell him what I got. Like, for instance, what I just told you, what I got you for your birthday.
So
I don't know.
Why are you telling him already what you got him for his birthday? Probably last week.
I can tell you why. Because the black Amex bill comes in before his birthday, so he'll see it.
In case you see the bill, right? Just in case you see the bill,
about that.
Oh, you are?
Well, I'll tell you why.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing. I'm nervous about the gift because I'll tell you why.
Okay.
She got him guitar lessons.
I decided
that's lame.
I want to take up the guitar in a serious way. I said to Beth, I got to find a guitar teacher. But I don't know that I have time for guitar because I'm still, even at my age, I'm still working full time.
Listen.
And I'm a painter, and I barely have time for that. How am I going to have time to practice guitar? I had this thought, like maybe if I practice guitar for a half hour a day, in 3 years I could be pretty good, and then I could go on tour.
That was said without irony. Without irony. That was serious. That was absolutely serious. That was serious.
Yeah. The guy who just returned from 5 weeks off, works 9 hours a week, doesn't have.
You think
he's full-time job? He's got a full-time job.
Guitar once while he was out sick or on vacation.
No, he needs a guitar tutor. That's why he needs a tutor.
But he thought it was perfectly acceptable to let us know how many times he watched the paid advertisement for a show called SWAT. And
SWAT, on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's on Netflix.
That's different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. That's what he did. That's what he did while he was on vacation. He watched SWAT and The Exterminator or something else. What else was it? He's still pushing that one. With
the three with the Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I got nothing. It's the third movie and it lost money.
So Howard starts talking about how he bought Beth also a very thoughtful gift because oh my God, Beth was so funny today. She's so amusing. She's so stupid. So delicious. Here we go.
When you're an animal rescue, there is no downtime.
So they're talking about how they walk in the morning and she wears her gloves and he says, I see her, on her phone. She's texting all the time, texting. And so she's constantly taking gloves off, putting gloves on, taking gloves off, putting gloves on. So Beth, of course, says there's no downtime when you're saving animals.
No downtime.
There's no downtime.
That's what she always says.
Really?
I go, honey, maybe pay attention to me for 5 minutes. She goes, listen, I'm saving lives. I dare you.
I don't say that.
You do. You say I'm saving lives.
Manuel, I'll be free in an hour.
All right. I've learned to wait. Anyway, so I see her texting, and every time she texts, she has to take off her gloves. And I said, I'm going to get her. This would hit me. I said, just for like Valentine's Day, I'm going to get her an assortment of gloves.
They're in fucking Florida.
who you can text with the gloves, but
Right.
really nice gloves that she would wear in pink.
So apparently what happened.
Um,
I know. I can't even
uh,
stand. I can't even stand what's going on right now.
Yes.
All right. Apparently we are time stamped. Hang on a second. Let me just cut to this really quickly because, is there anything better than Triumph the Insult Comic Dog?
No.
Please hold. Oh, delicious. Delicious.
Why rent the cow when you can pay $21.99 a month? Damn.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I know Conan is always red. He is like
Oh, he's a ginger. That
he's a
happens.
total ginger.
giant ginger.
That happens.
So Beth talking about saving lives. I pulled this little bon mot out of her stupid gram. So here
Okay.
it is. Okay, so shockingly, another beautiful cat that
This is a very rare breed. Never seen one in person. It's amazing now. It has 3 of them.
Okay, just so you know, Dennis's wife is a vet.
My wife's a vet, and I've never seen one of these ever. Ever. I've never seen one of these.
Okay,
You
wait.
gotta be kidding me.
Here we go. New foster, meet William. William, listen to the wording, okay? Because she's such a twat. William's
Ugh.
family allowed him to go outdoors. Okay, so who lets this cat go outdoors? Number
Oh
one.
my god.
And he got hit by a car and was found on the side of the road by a good Samaritan. She rushed him to the ER vet and found out that 3 of his legs were broken and required surgery. Here's the thing. His family was traced and contacted, and they immediately surrendered him. They couldn't be bothered. That's when I was contacted, of course,
Oh my
because money
God.
bags, right? I sent William to my specialty hospital, and he
Of
has had
course.
his surgeries, and I'll pick him up tomorrow. He was allowed outside, and he wasn't neutered. So that's the next procedure on deck for William. Of course, I'm sure there's an eye in the fucking future too. After he
absolutely.
recovers from everything, he will be up for adoption. If you think he looks a lot like Coco Melon and Helen Rose, it's because he's a young British short hair like them.
No, he isn't.
Oh, and he's a giant squishy mush. Okay, so wait, here. Let me just give you the wording that this person here. I love this. I hope couldn't be bothered doesn't really mean couldn't afford, because that would be inappropriately judgmental. You'd hope someone who deigned to buy a purebred cat could afford whatever vet care came their way, but not every pet owner can. When my cat had kidney problems, I never left a vet visit for under $500, and they were frequent, and it was a huge struggle to afford. If one of my animals now faced catastrophic health needs, the choices of what to do would be difficult. I try hard to keep them healthy and safe to avoid the dilemma, but if one arose, I might have a hard decision to make. Now, Beth never wrote back to this person, never said anything.
Of course not. Never ignored it.
She's 100% right. I mean, granted,
So,
who lets this cat, who is a very expensive cat,
all right.
who
So
lets
that's called a chartreuse, and they are very rare. They're a few $1,000s a piece, and nobody let that cat out. I'm sorry. It may have escaped. It may have done, but nobody's just letting a chartreuse out.
No,
It's
it
just not
definitely is.
happening.
well, let's consider the fact the cat might have been injured when Beth threw a brick through the homeowner's window
Exactly,
to grab
and
it
stole
out
it.
the house.
First of all, though, this cat getting into a rescue organization is insane. Just because they're so rare that even at the veterinary hospital, somebody there would have taken it. I mean, this is not a cat that you just like pass on.
Absolutely. Nobody who even picked up this cat wouldn't say, okay, let's fix him and
'Cause-
make him okay. And
And I like how Numbnuts called it a
Yeah.
British Shorthair. That is not a British Shorthair by any stretch of
Also-
the imagination, because it has yellow eyes. There are not a lot of cats that have yellow eyes. That's not a common trait.
what is it?
It's a chartreuse. That's the name of that's it. That is what it is, because of the color of the coat.
And not to mention that the owner probably didn't neuter it so that it can make its money back off of the ridiculous price of those cats.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And so she's
You
like,
know,
"Oh, let me get
stud
rid of
fees,
those
baby,
balls."
stud fees,
Okay, that's a chartreuse.
Yep.
Let's see.
and yep, kind of in a British Shorthair. Kind of close, I guess. but the chartreux has shorter ears, and that one's a short ears. Chartreux.
I think
I
you can all just walk away from this and say that pussy's expensive.
Oh, absolutely. Pussy is very expensive. It'll break you.
Indeed. And that's Coco Melon.
Chartreuse,
like that.
a ZZ Top song.
Also,
Okay. That was a delayed fuse on that joke, but yeah.
That was Beefus today. Okay, let's move on because you know.
Wait, so Beefus didn't recommend that maybe you get pet insurance, and so you can cover the pet cost of the pet at the cost. No,
let me
didn't.
let me just take it in and dole it out to some other, fat ass.
The price
17th cat.
on jet fuel flying down to Florida alone would cover the cost for like 1,000 cats to have that surgery.
That's okay.
Better than that. How about the cats they fly from the Middle East halfway around the world?
That's that too.
Exactly.
Yes. Whatever happened to those cats? Oh, I'm sure she gave them to some lovely white.
Sure.
Oh, there was some lovely white people.
You know what? They had to go because she's getting a batch from Bangladesh tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. All right. So then Howard starts to talk about how he was going to get her these, like, I guess, gloves that were fingerless so that she could also text and walk at the same time. And that she ruined the gift because she opened the Amazon boxes and saw these pink gloves and said, what the hell are these? So that's a precursor to what's going on here.
So you know what he did?
What I do?
He took the box and he threw it across the kitchen.
So what? I was upset.
You made me feel terrible.
Why do you feel terrible? I feel terrible. You should feel
terrible.
So much that I went and got you gloves.
I did nothing wrong.
I didn't say you did anything wrong.
How am I supposed to feel? You became like this monster.
I just went, oh.
You threw the box.
Yeah, but not at you.
Against not at me, but you threw the box.
Yeah, it's like the gift is
never
ruined.
seen you do this anything like that
But
before.
the gift is ruined.
He's such an asshole.
Hey, she has it. We have it on record now from Beth that he never smashes a box.
Yeah, nobody wears gloves in Florida, so
You'll
why
get that in a few minutes.
gloves for Valentine's Day?
The other thing is, all right, they actually have gloves that have the things so you can use them and touch your screen.
Oh, maybe that's what they are. Who knows?
Maybe that's what they are because he's a moron, doesn't understand. But it's nice to buy somebody gloves when they're in a place where it's average temperatures, 75 in wintertime.
He's in Florida. Okay, not this year, Dennis. Not this year.
What? Oh, it's all right. On the East Coast, it's different. It's warmer over there than here.
See how pale I am? Do you see
Same
what's
here.
going on here?
I've gone out once in the last 2 weeks. It's terrible.
I have no visible tan lines. I got nothing. I have nothing. This is like the worst. This is the worst winter ever.
My high temperature today was 64 degrees. This is not right. This is inhumane.
Inhumane.
I want a refund.
Exactly.
Not to brag or anything, but it was like 34 degrees this morning.
Ah, that's a lot for you.
There was like ice on the fucking
That's
car,
not right.
bro.
That's not right.
That's cold.
So now we get into the deep details about how they have their Amazon packages delivered, which I find fascinating. Here we go.
Let me tell you about our packages. Every package has code names because I'm very famous. And so
because you don't think that Chantel, the Amazon driver, knows that Howard Stern lives at that address? You idiot.
I mean, unless
literally it's called Billionaire's Row. It's literally called that.
Unless they're having it brought to a Amazon Dropbox and he sends the assistant out to go get them.
And let's be honest, do you think anybody who works at Amazon who is less than 40 years old knows who Howard Stern is?
No, they wouldn't have an idea.
Do you think they have it delivered to the guest house?
Howard Stern, that wouldn't be a thing to think that it's you idiot. And Beth needs to have that as well because she's so popular. She's so famous that God forbid she buys something like a dildo. Like everybody's going to know about it because somebody nervous.
Somebody gets the
Botswana knows.
When it orders the Black Mamba, it doesn't want anyone else to know.
Oh, these idiots, God.
Be famous. And so she has a code name and I have a code name.
Code name.
Open her packages.
You can open mine.
But I don't. I'm not
Feel
interested.
free, it would be helpful.
I said to Beth, I have no privacy around here. I can't what if I wanted to order, I don't know, sexy stuff?
Yeah,
or
what
something?
kind
I
of
don't
sexy
know.
stuff?
I have no
What?
privacy.
The
I
stuff
can't
you
even
left
get a
at Ralph's house?
package. She opens everything.
Yeah, but if you know
Yes, those
it's
chaps.
woman, you look at your Amazon order, you know it's going to be there that day. Just tell her, don't open any packages today till I look at it.
No, I don't. First of all, what do you think? I order my
That's
own
an
packages?
indication that there's something in there he doesn't want her to see. What?
No, Blobbin.
He never orders his own
He
package.
doesn't know. He told Laura to order it.
I'm sure he doesn't even know how to access his Amazon account. Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
No, he has no idea.
Oh,
None.
they are insufferable. Insufferable. So here he is talking about.
You know what?
Yeah.
He always thinks he's the most clever guy in the room. That's his problem.
He's not, though. He's not.
He's not,
He's
yeah,
not even the
yeah.
most clever guy in that studio right now.
Yeah.
So here he is talking about some of his symptoms of COVID, and I've never heard of these symptoms before. But okay, let's go with it.
I did have a fever.
It was a low grade, remember?
Yeah, okay, but it's a fever.
What was
What
your
was
feet?
it?
What was the temp? What was the temp?
100.2, but I was also on the phone.
100.2.
So of course, Robin takes a shit fit, thinking it's 102, not 100.
No.
And so he's like, she says 100.2, and he's like, I know, right?
Tylenol.
100.2. That's a big fever.
Yeah.
She says that's mine.
No, wait a minute.
You didn't
100.2. I'm
have-
thinking 102.
No,
100.
No,
100.
100.2.
100.2
is a low grade
It's
fever.
a low grade.
Yeah.
Why do you want to tell everyone that I didn't have a bad case? Honey, the first night I had COVID, I went to type something on my computer. My hands were shaking so bad. I thought I had Parkinson's disease.
Why are your hands shaking so bad?
What?
Is that
I've
even
never.
a symptom?
I don't know any disease
Bet
except like.
I bet you he looked up the symptoms of COVID and went down the list of 50 items and went to like the number 67 on the list and said, like shaky, like I've never heard of that. I've had COVID twice. You all know I've had COVID twice. I have done the podcast both times whilst having COVID without nary a thought about it. And by the way, didn't he always say he would take Paxlovid? Like, did we talk
Yeah, well, So, but so
drug and get rid of it? What is
So
wrong?
Monique, you weren't able to mix martinis just by holding them
No,
still.
no. I mean,
This guy's shaking.
I couldn't even hold my mouse. I couldn't even do anything. I was shaking like Parkinson's. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. There's nothing to say. Xavier, I don't even know why you're trying to talk. I don't even know.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just posting funny names on the chat.
Yeah, Who Delicious says he was probably dehydrated. So then somebody calls in. Oh, I think it was High Pitch Eric. High Pitch Eric calls in to ask whether or not when they had the holiday Christmas party, whether or not he thinks he got it then. And so this is the conversation after that.
Believe me, nothing would please me more than to blame my staff for having COVID. But I think everybody took a COVID test before the staff party. But
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Paranoid Patty made everybody take a COVID test before they went to a Christmas party? Christmas luncheon at a bar.
Luncheon, not even a party. I mean, and he's trying to play this thing up like he spent real money, and we saw the pictures.
It was a bar.
No,
Bar
no.
lunch. I think
That's
they had
embarrassing.
some sliders. Seriously.
I got to tell
I've
you, we all went into a room that literally packed like sardines. It was the worst
Yeah.
Christmas party. But I mean, the food was good, but
I have no words.
Some Christmas party, you Scrooge. Almost a billionaire, and he's having his Christmas luncheon in a hallway.
I got nothing. And so finally, probably somewhere. First off, just so you know, he ended the show at 9:42. But finally, sometime Marianne from Brooklyn called in, and only now the biggest thing we had last year was Ralph dying, right? So this is the entirety of the
Ralph who?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Who?
Oh,
I've been having the
felt at
worst
that
time
we
with
were
that.
off. Yeah.
man, I was in my closet organizing.
Okay, that was last year, and you talked about this already.
I don't have Ralph anymore, and I was just like, oh God. And then what was I doing? And I
Yeah, nothing. You weren't doing anything because you weren't thinking of
thought,
Ralph.
oh, Ralph would love this.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, like on Sundays I go, oh, it's football. Ralph
Getting-
loves
Right.
Ralph
Getting
loves football.
pegged.
That's what I was thinking about. Ralph loves
Yeah,
football.
football. Yeah, not getting pegged,
Yeah,
but
no.
football.
Yeah. So then Robin busts Howard in yet another lie because he says that I love this. It was so delicious because Robin, she doesn't think, she doesn't care. And so he says, and then my mother found out that I had COVID. So this led into this conversation.
Well, opposites attract. You have a family that, was afraid of everything, and she has a
Oh
family
my God.
that's
My mother found out that I had COVID.
Listen to this.
How
She
did
was
she find
convinced-
out?
Oh, it's a whole long story, but it's not worth going
Stop.
into. But
Iron.
Stop.
Whole long story, not worth going into. How is a whole long story other than Mom, I got COVID? Or
No.
Any-
Even worse. He said that his 96-year-old prone mother called him.
Sure.
Called him.
right.
That woman isn't calling for anybody except the nurse for a bedpan. There
Absolutely.
is absolutely
even that.
no way, that Ray is picking up the phone and dialing Howard's number.
Maybe she missed out when she was ordering Postmates.
There's no way his mother's calling
No,
him.
there's no way. Oh, and best of all, the call was he was calling. She was calling Beth. Wasn't calling him. She
No.
was calling Beth. So this woman that is laying prone in a bed full of drugs to be
got up
almost
on
hallucinogenic, is making phone calls to Beth to find out how Howard is. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
David,
Yeah.
good point. Also, why do you have a show based around you as a storyteller broadcaster if you're not going to go into long stories? Why the fuck?
You might as well say the curse word because we're getting demonetized
Yeah,
anyway.
this is going away.
It's done.
So interestingly enough, he goes into a commercial that nobody cared about, nobody asked for, and wasn't even warranted, and comes back to this. And I'm sure this will probably get us, booted as well because it's a little bit of this song. But this is a very, very bizarre thing, and even more bizarre once I realized it's in Florida. So let's talk about this. What?
Hold on.
Who
can
is-
anybody tell me how this works?
Is that
How does that work?
Who's controlling the heat at that house? Why is somebody else controlling the
For
heat
serious.
at that house? Who's listening to the show that has accessibility to his
Oh yeah.
heat, to his
He
net-
really is a man baby,
Whatever it
isn't he?
Well, maybe they can use an app. Maybe he has it where it's on through.
Well, I have it on my Nest. I
Yeah,
can
maybe
tell
it's a
my
Nest
to-
thing, but
Who's he
still.
talking to that
but you have to say a certain word
information?
before it, though.
Who
You
is
have
he
to say
listening
Alexa
to
or
talking to?
Google before.
Right. Hey, we just
Wait.
guys.
But the chat is
guys.
pointing it out too. It's 1 degree. 1 degree. Like anybody can feel the difference between 1 degree. 1 degree. And somebody out there raised my temperature 1 degree. It's cold in here. 1 degree.
So,
Could this guy be more of a
he
stereotype
has
if you
an
tried, bro?
engineer with a phone app in his studio. Yeah, but guys, he has an HVAC tutor. Yes, exactly.
How'd you know?
I would agree with you that he's
He's a
telling the
Nest
truth,
tutor.
but who's listening to him.
No, well, it's a moot point. You have to say the key the word before a command can be executed. You just
Well, maybe
don't say,
his thing is
lower
guys.
heat. You have to say Alexa, or you have to say, "Hey Google."
Yeah, but the
Google.
Nest system could just be the Nest.
My phone just turned on.
Did mine do?
Yeah,
I did too.
but I mean that's the way it works.
But who does that? Who is he talking to? Who?
Bro, his name is Francisco, and he's probably in the basement getting beat.
It's
Who
Case
is
and
he from?
Japlin.
Who is he
Case and
from?
Japlin controls his heat.
Jason is way beyond that. That's beyond his pay grade.
Well, I mean, even a
Why?
house like that would have the Savant system, and so, but it doesn't work that way. It's like a.
He's an idiot savant. So yeah.
exactly. And not only that, you would be able to physically see him on the Zoom call, interacting with his phone, which would have the app to control everything.
It's just weird.
So it doesn't work out
Guys
either
means
way.
One. Guys means staff. Guys means staff. Guys
No, I
means
think it's Case and Japlin. I'll sit
No,
with
wait,
Case and
no.
Japlin.
It's way
No, that's
past
house
pay grade.
staff more likely.
House staff for sure.
House staff.
Has to be.
But a house
I
staff
mean,
is forced to listen to
At
this.
this point, nothing would shock me, but that would if you go by common sense. Oh, look at the time, by the way.
Hey, Brizzo, his GIMP controls the heat.
Probably. Get the GIMP. He's
Where's the GIMP?
sleeping. I guess you're going to have to
go
wake him up now, aren't you?
All right, 3 more clips. Okay, so this is he goes into a whole different thing with like JD and football, and still no mention of JD ever being married. So let's go
Or
to that.
divorced.
Or divorced. And so then Howard around 9:30, 9:35 starts the whole show. Not a sniffle,
Oh, sorry.
not a hack, not a crumple, nothing. But all of a sudden, here we go.
Running. People tune in.
Wait.
Hang on.
You know what that reminds me of?
Wait, no. So he's off air now, right? So now he's off air.
Running. That's why people tune in.
Oh, no.
So he goes off air.
This COVID's got me in bad shape.
I know. This is the first time, though. You've been doing very well.
Anyway, a couple hours.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave.
You're a warrior.
You're a warrior.
Warrior.
Come out of me that shouldn't be.
You're a warrior. You're a warrior for spending. What time did he come on? 7:05. He ended at 9:42.
Woo!
Will be longer. Most of our
He's a warrior, man.
warrior.
I remember there was a 10-minute, about a 15-minute break in there.
Yeah.
With the pre-recorded stuff and the commercials, it was like 15 minutes.
And then
You know what's so
to double down on being sick, and now it's time to leave. Is this just for effect? Just for effect.
I could do a lot more show, but I think
but-
I'll die if I do.
I'll die.
Are you feeling bad, or it's just
Watch,
going to
watch.
get
For
into
full
that
effect.
coughing
For full
thing
effect.
you've had?
It's time for me to go.
Yeah, sure. Why?
Yeah.
Let's double
Yeah.
down on this. Hang on.
Well, I'm going to go right to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's more rest.
You're tired. Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
You did very
Right.
well. I was like, look at him. He's soldiering through. Oh no, you sound like the guy I was sitting next
Blowing his
to on
nose.
the plane.
Yeah, I'm blowing my nose.
Ugh.
Apparently, Robin flew somewhere and was on a plane. with
COVID's
people.
no joke.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
So, you know what that reminded me of? Hey, Gar, it's Hardy.
Is
All right, exactly. Did you guys see the thirst
I'm not
trap
feeling
that,
well today.
Did you guys see the thirst trap that Beth just posted on her Instagram?
No, I did not. Ooh, share.
Right now,
Let's
right
see.
now.
Let's see.
Total thirst trap.
I love it.
Instagram. Please hold. Please
Someone
hold.
wasn't feeling very sexy
Word.
today.
You know, there's a very fine line between Beth Stern and Ilaria Baldwin, and I'm going to make that connection.
It's not very thick. Except Beth doesn't use a fake accent.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Wait,
the only difference.
that's real?
Yes, that's real. Unfortunately,
Correct accent? Yes, that's real.
that's real.
Oh, there we go. Good night and God bless.
Look at her left leg. What's going on with her left leg? She's got a thick, girthy vein going down in front of her leg.
2 hours ago, 9, 8, 7
dear.
o'clock.
Oh dear. Well, that's before the pool boy comes over.
At least she has the decency of chopping the face off.
7 o'clock. She's doing a good night and God bless.
I'm not kidding. Look at the front of her left leg if you have a chance to. People can do it on their own. But yeah.
Oh, you're gonna find that one. I bet it's like $500. Like with the boy shorts. It says boy shorts.
Oh, that's a cool dog.
Let me see. Because, this
Yeah. So when it's for when Jose comes over.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Beth. You look so sexy tonight. Okay, Michigan game is on. So anyway.
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 That has to be like $400 of just
No.
stupidity.
Stupid pajamas.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, stupid. They're going to be way overpriced with the boy shorts. I like the spray tan. It's almost like it's layered on
Sorry,
there like
Coach. There's a
shellac.
game going on.
Yeah.
A what?
We'll do a regular show tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do a regular.
I'll be at a Lightning game tomorrow.
Well, we'll do a regular show tomorrow.
I'll be having fun
actually,
in the rainstorm.
I gotta take my dog to the dentist.
Really?
Did the regular
I'm just
dentist
kidding.
or did?
Come on, that was a joke.
All right. The end of the show then. Let's do the end of the show. Let's wrap this shit up. Here we go.
Yes.
All right. One last phone call and I'm out of here because I'm not feeling good. Willie, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
can hear you're stuffing up now.
Yeah.
We better let you go. But thank you, Denzel.
Okay, Willie. Willie's gone. All right. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. God willing.
God willing.
Take it from your pal, Howard. Don't listen to anyone who's giving you some kind of conspiracy theory.
You know, so he goes in this. I can't even talk about it.
It's insane. It is literally insane. This is insanity.
And meanwhile, he was trending on Twitter because of this, you know?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's all calculated, baby. Take
Yeah.
the paycheck. Go with the narrative. Run
Absolutely.
along, baby. Run along, baby.
Yeah,
Run
look,
along.
here, hold on. Let me-
Hey, my AOL CD just told me that I only have 1 minute left of internet. let's wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this shit show up right this second. Let's see. Howard Stern. Hard to believe Howard Stern criticized the conservatives and got away with blackface and calling somebody a smelly N-word. F. Howard Stern. Howard Stern has COVID, of course.
Wow, he's trending
Now,
very
all
well.
this-
I see.
All this shit comes up every single time something happens with
God
Howard.
damn.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens to him. Nothing happens to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Howard Stern's blood is 90% vaccine and 10% wig adhesive. Bunkers since cell phones were invented, and he still got the coof. Stop pooing to get pathogens or microbes now, folks. Wow. Yeah. So apparently it was like a big deal.
Oh my God. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's the greatest meme there ever. Oh, that's a terrible
That's
picture.
like a quadruply vaxxed and boosted woke ass Howard Stern, always doing a lot of shit.
Look at those pictures they're posting them. They're
Yeah.
horrible. I love it. I love it.
This is
Look at this one.
fuck Howard Stern. Fuck him. It's probably nice. Anybody listen. Hence the reason he is trending.
Oh yeah, look at that. He's trending right there.
There you go. There you go. All right. So yeah, so that's what you got for tonight. And as I told everybody at the beginning of this show, go watch the Michigan game, but also that we will be premiering
Yes.
brand new Radio Gunk puppet
Exclusive.
all of you guys so generously donated to last year. And yeah, I'm excited. I met Dennis for lunch so I could personally hand him over to Dennis.
And the staff at the restaurant was scared.
I know. It was just
It was an Italian place. They were
Dennis
scared.
just put his fist up the puppet's ass and said, "Mother of God, this is it." So yeah, so we're excited to
elbow deep to the borderline.
Yes. And let's figure out how to do this. We'll plan it for Wednesday, Dennis, you and I.
Oh, absolutely, baby. Absolutely. I'm excited. Oh, I even got his little microphone. I even got a little microphone for him.
Yeah. Oh my God, so cute. Did you really? So cute. All right, guys. So yeah. So thanks for joining us. Go Michigan. Hopefully the game is turning out good. It's 9:10. We tried to get out of here early. Sorry, John, that you weren't with us tonight. We miss you terribly.
Yes.
And we will see you anon. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at radiogunk.com in the forums section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Radio Gunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.